Hey everyone, it's Jack here, TalkNorwichCity. How are we all doing? It's been a busy day for the Canaries in the transfer market. Looks as if there might be two fresh players coming into Carrow Road. One we're very aware of, one not so much. Let's start with a player that we're maybe not as aware of. And if you've watched the Europa League, you've probably seen him. It's Marquinhos from Arsenal. A 19-year-old Brazilian. Arsenal signed him as an up-and-coming player from Sao Paulo. And you might be thinking, where have I heard Sao Paulo from? Well, it's where we signed Gabriel Sara from. And these two have actually played together before. 27 times, in fact. And they've linked up twice for goals. So we've got a mutual connection with Marquinhos. He's a winger. He's coming to Arsenal. He's not really getting game time, probably as expected as a 19-year-old. Arsenal going incredibly well in the Premier League, and it looks unlikely that he'll get too much game time under Mikel Arteta from now until the end of the season. In swoops David Wagner and Stuart Webber to try and find some Brazilian flair on the wing. Now, we've let go of Todd Cantwell. We've let go of Ramsey due to injury back to Aston Villa. So it does free up some space on the wide areas. And it seems very clear that David Wagner wants to try and utilise wide players. We've already seen success with Onel Hernandez and Kieran Dowell. We must remember, though, how frantic and long and exhausting this championship season can be. We need backups, and Marquinhos could be the man. Now, Chris Davison, who's a very good follow if you're looking for all things Arsenal on Twitter, said, Norwich is a great destination for Marquinhos. David Wagner's impact already clear to see. High intensity and attacking football also allows him to adapt further to the English game. Will be really interesting to see how he gets on. Chris then tweeted, you're getting a gem. Still a bit raw, but the talent is clear to see. 5 goals and 3 assists in 11 appearances this season. Not quite ready to be an Arsenal regular, but too good for the under-21s. Now, to say that he's maybe not quite ready for Arsenal isn't too much of a concern. They're top of the Premier League. They're going really well. They've got so much talent in that area that Marquinhos plays. But Mikel Arteta clearly thinking that this is one for the future. The fact he scored 5 goals and got 3 assists in 11 appearances is really, really impressive going. So keep an eye on this one. I think this one could move relatively fast. Christos Tzolis is the other one. I didn't think we'd be speaking about him this January, but a return to Carrow Road looks likely for him. Now, it looked like he would be returning to FC Twente and staying there for the remainder of the season. However, it looks like he will be returning, and possibly today or tomorrow, depending on different bits and bobs. Now, he's been relatively disappointing at FC Twente this season. He's played 15 times. He's scored just 3. There's been an injury in there which has hampered things slightly. Now, if you can remember, he returned to Norwich for some rehabilitation and did actually meet David Wagner. And at the time, it looked unlikely that he was going to be returning. But I think now that Cantwell's gone and Ramsey's gone as well, Wagner wants some backup in those wide areas and clearly sees Christos Tzolis as a man that he wants to work with. The fascinating thing here is Wagner's been really upfront and really honest with who he wants in the side and who he doesn't want. It was clear that he didn't want Todd Cantwell. It was clear that he wasn't in the plans. But he clearly likes what he sees from Christos Tzolis. And the fact that, after 2 games, 3 if you're including the cup, the likes of Onel Hernandez and Kieran Dowell have been completely revitalised under David Wagner. So hopefully we get to see the Christos Tzolis that we paid £8 and a bit million for, because there's clearly talent in there. We saw it for a very small chunk in a Norwich City shirt, and I'm really excited to see Christos back in the building. It's almost risk-free. If it works, happy days. We've got another really talented winger on our hands. If it doesn't work for the rest of the season, no worries. We've got Hernandez, we've got Dowell, we've got Marquinhos who will be coming in. I think it's a really positive step forward. It would seem silly to be light in those wide areas when you've got a player out on loan. It's very likely that Rashica will be gone on a permanent. Hopefully, one of those transfers that we made in the Premier League season will come good. because not too many others have. Let me know what you think about Marquinhos. I'm really excited about both of these, actually. From what I've listened to from Arsenal fans, from the games I've seen Marquinhos play, strangely, I haven't watched too much Europa League this season, but the games I have watched, he's featured in and really impressed me. I like what David Wagner's trying to achieve in this transfer window. Not too much business, because we already have quite an inflated squad. Just adding a little bit of talent here and there. And hopefully that will be enough to continue what's been an already fantastic start under our new head coach. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And also stay locked in to TNC for the rest of the week. We've got something very exciting ahead. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.